Para. Lo yuro so ke boda chulo lo dio mone ala wana goma makenyira u. Ago sede. E chulo lo dio. Alang kiyo je maya ele guadani koso. E chupa baguada. Suayo. Ago sede. Ago sede. Para. Alanquillo yema yale guatani coso. Alanquillo yema yale guatani.
Okay, well, interim this year, senior year, right? Last interim. We started off in Hong Kong, and then we first flew to Johannesburg on South African Airways, and flew up to Kimberley. It was about an hour flight, little propeller plane. You know, hadn't been on that in a while, so it was a pretty interesting experience. Yeah, so we got to Kimberley, and we took I think it was a 3-hour bus ride up to Kuruman, which is this town in the Kalahari Desert, up in the Northern Cape province. And it's a pretty small town. I mean, like, there's still a town, they had supermarkets and stores and everything, but you could tell it was small, and you could tell it was definitely different from Johannesburg in that a lot of the people seemed, the streets seemed, not as well maintained, and it just seemed poorer in general. And I guess that's how it worked. And yeah, so from Kuruman we took a shorter bus ride. Well, yeah, we continued onwards to Moffat Mission, where we were staying for most of the trip. And it was a mission built by Robert Moffat back in, I think long time ago. But yeah, so he built that for his missionary duties in South Africa, and we stayed there.
The Moffat Mission, it was simple housing with like 4 or 5 small rooms for like all of us. We all had to kind of squeeze. There was it was really basic. There was no aircon. I was really hot at night. And like the showers were really basic. It was just literally just a shower. We had like some hot water. It was a bit inconsistent at times, but yeah, but we enjoyed it. We had lots of fun. It was all like in some enclosed space, so we could all like hang out and like bond together. So yeah.
We visited a local church and attended one of their services, which was, I guess, a really different experience for me. I'd never been to church before.
When we first walked in, everyone was like singing and stuff, and that was like really great because you only like gospel churches. I only saw what they were like on TV, but then like being in a gospel church was like so nice. It was like you can hear all like how like they automatically harmonize, and their voices are like so powerful and stuff. And you can definitely tell that they had a lot of faith in God.
Greater is he that is within us than the enemy in the world. When he died, God is with him. It's on my I can feel the presence of God in this place. I think it's time for worship. It's on my
The next day we did the actual teaching.
Your coming here at our school has made our school a different school, in the sense that our soccer team didn't have the poles for their playground. Those that are here at the moment have been donated by you. Another thing is that the ceiling of the veranda was falling, and you organized it to be fixed so that the learners may not be hurt by the falling ceiling. Yes, as far as curriculum is concerned, you are doing a very good job because our learners enjoy the teaching of the students. They like their style because they teach them also playing with them, and they are able to can get what they are given. And always when you go away, you always leave some teaching aids behind for us educators so that we can use them. They also help us a lot. Yes, that's how I can say the effect that you make to our school. Yeah. You know what? Our school at first was ending with grade 7. Grade 7 was the last grade in the school. Then we started having some challenges because grade 7 it is a senior phase. It's not an intermediate phase because grade 4 to 6 is intermediate. Then grade 7 is another phase. Then we decided to phase it out. And the number dropped. Then again, we have 2 classes which are multi-grade, meaning that there are 2 classes in 1 grade. Now, because of these small numbers of learners in a class, then they do not make the required number of learners for a class. Then they are combined to make 1 class, but with different grades. Then the other parents felt that their children are not getting enough of what they are supposed to get in the class. Yes. Then they decided to take their learners to the schools where they will be in a single class. When they are doing grade 4, it will be only grade 4 in that class. Then that's why, because last year, up to close to 20 learners, their parents asked for transfer letters. Yes. Now the number dropped. Yes.
Are there any classes here that are combined right now?
Yes, they are combined because grade 1 and grade 2 and 3 is combined.
Okay.
Then grade 4 and grade 5 and 6 is combined also.
So
we only separate them when you come because you will want grade 4 to be separate, grade 5 to be separate, and grade 6 to be separate. Okay. Yes, because when the number goes down, the number of teachers are being cut. The department cut the number of teachers. Okay. That's why we have to combine the learners. Yeah. Mm.
In the mornings, we were all kind of a little bit not as excited, but I think by the time we got to school, we were like really enthusiastic and we were like really into the teaching. But you know, like throughout the day, we kind of got a little tired out. But that was inevitable because teaching is a hard thing to do. But I feel like it was, although it was like a tiring experience, it was a lot of fun and it was totally worth it.
Okay, I'll just start from the beginning. When I first got signed up for Africa, I was kind of intimidated by my interim because everyone was like, I don't know, because we were separated into sophomores, juniors, and seniors. I wasn't sure if we were gonna break those cliques when we got to Africa, but when we got to Africa, it was amazing, just like how easily and how naturally we bonded. So I'm glad I just want to thank my interim for giving me such a good time, and as well as Dr. Deal and Miss Fine. I know they spent a lot of effort trying to make this trip perfect, and it was. So thank you.
So I'd just like to thank Ms. Fine and Dr. Deal for taking such good care of us, and Dr. Deal for helping figure out what factories that we were passing by. That was great nerdy moments on the trip, and Ms. Fine for being so organized and helpful and so knowledgeable about everything, and just giving us so much great advice throughout the trip. We couldn't have done it without you, and I hope you guys continue to lead the South Africa Interim for as long as possible. This really is a good trip, and I hope I hope you guys continue being the trip leaders.
We saw these animals. They had black and white stripes. I think they were called zebras or something.